Hello students, welcome to the online classes by Mother of India Public School once again. Students, in this video I am going to explain you chapter number 3 of Supplementary Reader book. Name of the book is Footprints Without Feet and name of the chapter is The Midnight Visitor by Robert Arthur. So let's start with that. So see here students, chapter number 3, The Midnight Visitor by Robert Arthur. Introduction to the chapter. This story narrates an incident from the life of a secret agent and helps us to get a glimpse on the dangers that means secret agents face in the course of their work. See characters of the story first. Now, the first character is AUSABLE. He is a different kind of agent. Generally, secret agents that are described in detective books and shown in films are very smart and gun friendly. Means they always have guns in their hands. Wine and dark-eyed beauties are associated with them. However, AUSABLE does not present such a romantic picture. He is very fat and sloppy. Sloppy means being careful about his looks. Physically, he may be fat, but mentally he is very agile and quick-witted, means he is clever in his work. He knows all the tricks of his trade. Of his trade here means being secret agent. He is very quick to react and can cook up stories that may fit in all kinds of situations. Now see second character, that is Max. Max is a secret agent. He is also a secret agent and a rival and enemy of AUSABLE. He is slender, a little less than tall. He appears crafty, that means clever, and countenance, that means facial expressions he had of a fox. There is nothing especially menacing means threatening about him except his pistol that he always had in his hands. He enters AUSABLE's room to take away a very important paper concerning some new missiles. Now another character in the story is Fowler. Fowler is a young writer. He wants to write a book on detectives. He forms grand pictures of detectives in his mind, but he finds AUSABLE not cracking pistols. He feels let down after meeting AUSABLE. Now see students, theme of the story. The Midnight Visitor is a very thrilling account of a secret agent, AUSABLE. AUSABLE did not fit any description of a secret agent. He did not live up to the romantic picture of a secret agent that we read in books or see in films. He was rather fat and sloppy in his looks. He lived in a very small room on the 6th floor. However, AUSABLE was gifted with a rare presence of mind. He was quick of action. His fertile brain could invent and cook up stories and situations that would confuse and unnerve his rivals. He cooked up the story of the balcony below the window of his room and the arrival of the police. These two stories he cooked up in the story here. He outwitted and outsmarted his rival and enemy secret agent, whose name was Max, who had come to take away very important papers concerning some new missiles. Through his presence of mind, that means AUSABLE's presence of mind, AUSABLE was able to get rid of his rival Max. Now see students here, summary of the story. This I have divided into different parts in sections. Now the first topic of it is Fowler meets secret agent AUSABLE. Now, Fowler was a young writer. He came to meet Secret Agent Ausable in his office. Actually, he had come to gather information to write. Since he was a writer, so he came to Ausable to collect some information so that he can write upon it. Like all people, Fowler had also formed quite a different picture of secret agent as represented in books and films, but Ausable did not fit any description of a secret agent. Fowler felt let down after meeting Ausable. Now, Ausable's office was in a small room on the sixth and top floor. He was a sloppy fat man. He had an American accent. Ausable himself felt that Fowler was disappointed after meeting him. So even Ausable felt that Fowler was not happy since he had different kind of image of secret agents in his mind. But he found Ausable very different from them. So he was disappointed after meeting him. Now next heading is important papers in Ausable's custody. Ausable told Fowler that he had a very important paper in his custody and someday that paper might affect the course of history. When Ausable switched on the light of the room, he found Fowler had his first authentic thrill of the day. Means there was something very different. He saw a man with a pistol in his hand. Now see students, here enters another secret agent. The man who was there in the room who is a rival and enemy of Ausable, and his name is Max. So Max was there already in the room when they switched on the light. Now next heading is Max enters with a pistol. See, Max was also a secret agent and a rival and enemy of Ausable. He was slender, crafty, and had the face of a fox. He entered Ausable's room using passkey. Now Ausable was stunned, means he was shocked to see Max in his room. He thought that Max was in Berlin. Now there was nothing menacing about Max except his pistol. Max demanded that paper. Actually, Max came there to take that paper from Ausable. So he demanded that paper concerning some new missiles which Ausable had in his custody. He was there to take that paper from Ausable. Now see next heading. Ausable cooks up a story about balcony. Students, I already told you that Ausable was a very quick and witty. So here he cooked up, here's the first story which he cooked up when he saw Max in his room. See, on the spur of the moment, Ausable cooked up a story. He told Fowler and Max that his balcony below the window had become a big nuisance. It was the second time in a month that somebody had got into his room from there, means from that balcony. Max showed his ignorance and said that he had entered through a passkey. Now here actually Ausable was like how Max entered into his room. Max informed that he had used passkey, but here Ausable cooked up a story and he said that there is always a nuisance with the balcony outside the window. There was a window in the room of Ausable and he said that outside that window there is a balcony. Now Ausable told Max that the balcony actually belonged to the other apartment and that extended under his window. He said that last month also somebody had entered through that window and he complained the management, but they had not blocked the way yet. Now knocking at the door. Now when Ausable told this thing to Max that there was a balcony outside the window of his room and through that somebody already had entered last month, at this there was knocking at the door. Now here he cooked up another story. See, Max was not standing far from Ausable. He was waving pistol and suddenly he heard a knocking at the door. Here Ausable cooked up another story. He told Max that it should be the police. He said that he had very important paper and that needed a little extra protection. So he told the police to check on him to make sure that everything was all right. Fowler jumped aside and Max became nervous. Now on hearing this that there was police, Max was nervous. Ausable threatened Max here that the police would enter soon as the door was unlocked and they would not hesitate to shoot. That means police would not hesitate to shoot. Now see students, next topic is nervous Max jumps out of the window. Now when Ausable informed him that there would be police, so here Max became nervous and he jumped out of the room. See, Max was nervous. He asked Ausable to send the police or he would not hesitate to shoot. Means Max would not hesitate to shoot here. Now at this, knocking at the door became louder. Max pointed his pistol at Fowler and Ausable. Now nothing could happen, so what he did to save himself, that is Max, kept his leg on the windowsill and jumped out of the window. From which window, students, here? See, he thought that there was balcony out of that window, as narrated by Ausable, where Ausable cooked up the story of balcony. There he thought that there was a balcony out of the window. To save himself, he jumped out of that window. Now what happened? As he dropped, he screamed, means there was a scream once shrilly, means there was a very loud scream. Now see, waiter appears. The door opened after the Max jumped out and waiter entered with a tray, a bottle and 2 glasses. Actually, it was not the police, means Ausable cooked up the story of police. So it was actually waiter. It was a waiter whom Ausable had already ordered to bring the things. Now Fowler was still white-faced, means he was still confused, nervous. He asked for the man, means Max, who jumped out of the balcony, means he asked Ausable that where would be Max. At this, Ausable assured that Max would never return as there was no balcony. Now see, message of the story. This story conveys the message that physical strength does not matter. A person's mental strength and presence of mind can help him tide over difficult situations. Okay students, so here we come to an end the summary of this chapter. I hope you all understood it well, and now in the next video I am going to start with the question answers of the same chapter. Till then, take care. Thank you.